This video will show you how to replace the recirculation blend door actuator on a Chrysler Town Country. This will be located behind the passenger side of your dash. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To gain access to the actuator, let's make our way underneath the passenger side front dash. Now as we make our way under this area, we have a small panel that needs to be dislodged. There's going to be one plastic push clip and then typically 2 bolts up along the front. Generally, you can just pull down on this forward side and flex it out of the way. Just find my push clip. I'm using a trim tool for this. You can also use a flat blade screwdriver if necessary. Just a quick inspection of that clip. Now, as I mentioned, you can just hang this down and out of the way, or you can remove the forward hardware if you find it necessary. Let's continue on. Now that we have that panel out of the way, as we look up behind our glove box towards the center of the vehicle, this is where we can see our passenger side temperature control blend door actuator. Now if you needed to gain a little bit more room, you could remove our temperature sensor. Otherwise, just carefully reach up in between these wiring harnesses. For this, I'm just going to dislodge this temperature sensor from the box itself. It's typically easier than disconnecting the electrical connector. As far as that's concerned, take hold of it and rock it out of position. That'll slide out. We'll bring it out at an angle. Of course, a quick inspection. This looks good. We do not want to cause any damage, especially to that sensing agent at the end. Now that I have that out of the way, I'm going to focus on disconnecting my electrical connector next, which is up along the top. If you were to look closely at this, you're going to see that it has a small red locking tab. We're going to have to carefully lift that locking tab up and out of the way so we can press on the secondary locking tab and then disconnect that electrical connector. To dislodge this locking tab, you can either use a small screwdriver or even a pick, whatever is easiest for you. Just want to try to get underneath the ear. We'll lift it up. We can remove that red locking tab. Just a quick inspection of that. It is a good idea to reuse it. As far as the next locking tab, it's pretty much in the same area. Press it in and then lift up on the electrical connector. Once you have it disconnected, of course, a quick inspection for corrosion. This looks good, so we can hang that aside. We'll continue on to the 2 pieces of mounting hardware. You're going to find that you have one T20 screw right here, and you'll have a second one located just above it. The one above it is a little bit harder to gain access to, so that's the one I'm going to start with. On to the next mounting screw. Keep in mind this is the last thing holding this in place. Let's prepare to remove that blend door actuator from the box. Just take hold of that, slide it right out of there. There it is, friend. Now, prior to installing any part, of course, we want to make sure we inspect the mounting area. You have the 2 ears for where the mounting bolts would go, and you also have the center port for the center shaft on the actuator. Just double check to make sure nothing's damaged in any way. As you can tell, everything looks perfect here, so let's get ready for installation. When we go to install the blend door actuator, we want to make sure we have it in the proper orientation as where we had removed the original. We have the electrical connector facing up. As we slide this in, you want to make sure the center shaft aligns with the corresponding port, and each one of the mounting bolt ports align as well. Now, as I look in this area, I can see that one of my mounting bolt areas is perfectly aligned. I'm looking up along the top as well, and this is perfect as well. We're completely seated. It's time to install each of our 2 mounting bolts. We're going to make sure we start both of them in before tightening either of them. They're both started in. Let's go ahead and snug them up. As you tighten these, just keep in mind you are only screwing into plastic. Once they're snug, that should be good enough. Let's take hold of the actuator, confirm it does not move around in any way. Assuming it's properly secured, continue on to your electrical connector. Line it up, press it in, listen for an audible click, and then we're going to have to make sure we lock it in with our red locking tab. There's our click, and it's secure. Okay, so I have that set in, but I do need to make sure it's fully pulled down. There we are. And of course, just make sure everything's secured in place up there. All right, so let's just double check, make sure everything is secured in this area. This looks good. We'll continue on with our temperature sensor in this port right here. When we go to install this, we'll make sure we have it in the proper orientation. It should want to curve upward. We'll just line it up, slide it in, make sure that's secured. That looks good. One last quick inspection in this area and we can reinstall our lower panel. As far as reinstalling this panel, we have our one push clip that we dislodged from up in this area. We'll just go ahead and line this up, press it in, and of course just double check to make sure that's secured so it's not hanging down while we're driving down the road. This looks good. Okay friend, we finished the installation. The next thing you need to do is put the key in the on position and of course use your switch to test the functionality of the actuator. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.